What's up, Candy Ken? What's up, Baby J? How's it going?
Not today.
Candy Ken and Baby J.
It's Candy Ken.
Welcome to the Candy Ken Show.
All right, everybody. We are back with my favorite guest. Man, you've been on this show, I think, 3 times already.
I know. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I missed y'all. It's been a minute. I have been
Hiding.
Yes, I've been hiding. No, not really. Just been what have I been doing? Wow.
We have too much to talk about. For everybody that is only listening and doesn't have a video, we have a cute little puppy here in my hands. You're missing out definitely if you don't have video. What did you get here? What is this?
So I think like the first podcast or maybe the second one, I was telling you guys how much I've always wanted a dog and a puppy, but Ken has never had a dog in his life. I don't know why. And so we finally did it. Honestly, we were about to go back
Yeah,
on the
we've been going
idea.
back and forth, but then I wanted to give, especially for rodeo, there's nothing cuter than a little toddler with a dog. So it's been really great so far. Her name is Fiona.
Yeah, we finally did it. The baby girl. She's literally 10 weeks. So she's still a puppy. She's a little crazy right now. But it's been amazing. It's very challenging, but in a good way, you know? Like we always talk about on the pod, it's great to just like challenge your life and yourself, especially if you've never had a dog before. I think it's been pretty crazy. And I've been so proud of you because Ken has been doing such a great job. She actually listens to him the most. Like I'm sure Callie K9 was saying, you know, dogs really need like a strong voice, and Ken has definitely been that. So she's great with him. And our son just has a great relationship with her, and our cat too. So we have like a full house right now. Um, Also, if it seems like I'm out of breath, it's because I'm pregnant and I'm just
Show your belly. Show your belly.
I don't know if you can see my belly, but you get like out of breath pretty quickly.
Man, so this is gonna be a very special episode because Baby J's been going through it. We have a rainbow baby coming up. Maybe you can address the miscarriage really quick.
Oh, yes. So this pregnancy is our rainbow baby, which is very exciting. And which means that before this pregnancy, I was pregnant but had a miscarriage. So yeah, that was a little bit traumatic experience for us. Of course, for me the most. It's the first time that's ever happened. Um, I actually took some time to process the whole thing. It took me quite some time before my mind was like clear and I was like, okay, I actually think it's important to not only share the great times in our life, and share some of the lows that happens in our life. So after I took some time to just become at peace with what happened, we posted about the miscarriage, and it was very surprising. Not surprising because I knew it, but you know, so many women go through this every day, all the time, and
back to back.
and
I
back
mean,
to back.
people go really through it.
Yeah, people go
The
really through
comments,
it, and
the
it's a
comments
really
that you
sad.
got is insane.
Yeah, it's a really sad time, and like I said, you know, it's our job, I think, to not. A lot of the people that maybe see our videos are like, oh my God, like they have the perfect life, they have everything, blah, blah, blah. So after I, you know, became okay with what happened and I was mentally a little bit better, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to share what happened. Um, So yeah, we are really excited because we are now pregnant with our rainbow baby, which is so cool that they like name it that rainbow baby because we're so rainbow. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited. The first couple months, I was feeling a little. I couldn't like really eat much, and I was really nauseous, which is really different than my pregnancy with Rodeo. But now I feel like I'm getting my energy back. I'm feeling great. I'm getting thick. And I'm just like, I'm getting really big. And yeah, it's hard to breathe sometimes. And sleeping is just crazy already. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be a family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're like a family of 6.
Yeah, we have a cat, a dog, a baby boy, and now a baby getting ready to be a part of the unicorn family. This is crazy times. We couldn't be more excited and more happy. And yeah, the whole thing with the miscarriage is just crazy because it feels like you don't want to pretend that you're perfect, but you also don't want to make a circus about like the bad moments and
Yeah.
like monetize it and make money of it. So it's like a very
It's really
delicate.
hard, honestly.
Like, what do you do? Like, you're
Because if
already
you talk about it, then you're like, "Oh my god," like, trying to get attention, "Oh my
yeah,
god," like
trying to
and then
like
people, like, even doubt I mean, people even doubt us. I mean, obviously, there's always, those haters out there that I'm pretty sure they think that we literally,
yeah.
like, lied, which is crazy because I honestly feel like we've never, like, lied about anything. I think our content is very dramatic, like the cars and the money and that stuff, but we've never ever lied about, like, a serious thing in our life. I had some people text me like,
Oh, and now it gets very interesting because your close friends found out before we posted about it because we didn't really want to post about it when it happened.
oh yeah, so actually that was crazy. So I actually found out when I was on a content trip. And so some of my girlfriends were already there when I found out, which was already crazy for me because I feel like I'm a very private person when it comes to this. I get really weird when it comes to like pregnancy and like family and my kid. I just get really weird. But I don't know. I was like feeling it. I was really excited and whatever. I did the test and I had some my girls with me and they found out with me too. Um, and then when I told them about the miscarriage, they obviously knew before it was posted or anything. So they were really going through it with me and, felt bad for me. And then I also had like some I guess friends, acquaintances, whatever you want to call them, text me and be like, hey, I don't know what's real or not. Like, is this real or some weird
And then
shit
also
like
when
that.
we started posting it, they thought you had 2 miscarriages. So now there's this confusion
Yeah, there's like
because you
which I don't
waited.
understand really about that, but yeah, I mean, it's really weird to begin with to share your entire life on social media. Um and I feel like I have a little bit of a say of when I share things or not. I feel like I cannot let my audience or my social media rule me that much, right? So I mean, yes, I had a miscarriage and then I took a good amount of time before I even posted about it because it was something that happened to me. I mean, I feel like it would have been weirder if I like posted it when
In the
I'm
hospital.
in the hospital while I'm going through it the same day. I mean, like that's I don't know, that's a little weird to me. But you're never you're never right and you can never do things like perfect. I mean, if you post about it, it's still bad. If you don't, then you're like bad
Pretending to be
because
perfect.
you pretend to be perfect. So there was like a whole situation about this, and then I even had other very close, like super close people that have known me since I was like literally like 8 or 5, literally, just text me and be like, "Why did you post that?" And like, "Why did you wait so long? Like, you better, like, you should be careful. Like, it looks like you're lying." And I was just like, "What?" Like, it was crazy. This day was crazy. I couldn't believe that I got this text because again, it becomes really weird. I feel like when people like know you in real life and then they also follow you on social media, they like feel like they have a say or something or like they have a right. So, yeah. What did you think about that? That was really weird.
Well, especially when it comes to boomers and social media, there's a huge problem because these boomers don't understand anything about social media, right? They think everything is real and everything is like real time. They have no understanding that we wait for everything. When Rodeo was born, we waited like a month to post about his birth. when you got pregnant the first time, we waited months. You were like already halfway through when we
Yeah.
started posting about it. We protect ourselves. Nobody posts their location. I mean, there's a lot of pressure that comes with social media, and these boomers don't understand that when you had your Bell's palsy, also we waited. You already were like over it when we start posting about it. You already like your face was already back.
Yeah.
And I think it's really just difficult to understand what it means to be in the public eye if you're not in the public eye. It's the same as saying, like, when I had $1 million, I would give it to charity or I would spend it smart. If you're not in a position like that, it's really hard to judge. And it's crazy that you even judge, because we really try to not judge other people so much. And
Yeah.
like sometimes, like, you don't know what people are going through and you don't know how sensitive a topic is. So how dare you talking about Baby J's miscarriage if you have no idea what you've been going through? And like, you can wait however long you want and you can share it or you don't share it.
Yeah.
You are not obligated to anyone to share your life online
Yeah.
and speak the truth at all times. Like, you need to watch out for yourself, your energy, your baby, your family, everything, So I think you did the right thing. And I think it's really, people need to understand that social media is fake in the first place. It's very
Yeah.
decorated, it's very clickbaity, it's all fake news, and it's not authentic. So everybody needs to chill out.
Yeah, and it's just a really crazy world. I actually saw a TikTok yesterday. I think about this girl, Candace. I think she was on a podcast with Andrew Tate, right?
Yes, Candace Owens.
Candace Owens, yeah, and she was talking about Chrissy Teigen because Chrissy Teigen also had a miscarriage, but she posted at the hospital, and she took photos like at the hospital when it happened, and she was just like who does that? Like, why would you post that? And who took these photos, right? She was like bending over, like crying in the hospital bed.
Jesus.
And I'm like, fuck, like that is very intense. I mean, like, who took a photo in that moment? Like, we don't know. She was saying like she doesn't know if it was John Legend who took the photo of her while she was like crying after she just found out her baby passed away, and like posted it the same day. And Candace was just saying that like Chrissy is addicted to social media.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, some things deserves a little bit of time and a little bit of sensitivity. But again, this is what I'm talking about. You can never be like right. I don't know. Maybe she was comfortable sharing it in the moment. I don't know. She's been doing social media really long time. She's super famous with John Legend and her. But still, it's just, I don't know. It's just such a weird, I guess, weird topic. Sorry, Mitchie. But yeah, it's been crazy.
But on the
But
positive note,
on the positive note, we are really excited. We are pregnant with a rainbow baby. This podcast will probably take some time to actually come out. We haven't even announced this pregnancy, which is great. I love that. Like I said, I share everything on social media. So when I'm like pregnant, I feel like I love to like just like hide and not tell anyone. And also, if you're listening to this, please don't touch my belly. I get really freaked out when people touch my belly. This actually happened when I was pregnant with Rodeo. I think we were at the mall, right? And like this lady just came over to me,
took some photos.
and then she like just reached over. And then I felt like so bad the rest of the day. I was like freaking out. I don't know. I feel like hands, like, I don't know. And it's such a like my baby's growing in here and your hands, like, I don't know where your hands have been and your energy. So I get really freaked out about that. But I guess it's really hard to not, I don't know. I've never wanted to touch someone's belly, but please don't touch my belly. It's freaky and then I won't sleep at night. So yeah. But yeah, by the time we announce, I'll probably be on my way to the hospital, which will be great. But no, I'm really excited to do my dancing TikToks again. My first pregnancy, man, I danced so much, huh? I had so many TikToks with my belly, and I was like really just flaunting it pretty early, I guess. And I never stopped. I wore crop tops all the time.
Yeah, maybe you talk about being like you're so young and now you have your second baby
Yeah, so we're gonna
So,
have 2 babies under 25. It's crazy. For you under 30. It's pretty crazy. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I was meant to be a mom. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I really want my son to have like a sibling and to have that person. And um when I wake up and I see his face, it's the best thing ever. So I'm really excited to just do it all over again and breastfeed and just really soak it all in. And yeah, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
oh, everything. Going to the hospital, the newborn phase. Like last time, it was. I mean, nobody teaches you that stuff, so it felt
Yeah.
like it was just like never ending. And this time, I know it will end, and I will enjoy it as much as I can. Especially when you have him or her in the sack around you, the skin to skin. I mean, there's so many good parts, and with rodeo, we were just at the park so much that you get like frustrated. But now that I know how limited everything is, I will
Yeah.
just enjoy it even more.
Yeah, as first time parents.
Yeah.
Also, like I said, we didn't have any family here. We didn't have a nanny. We didn't have any help. I would say for the first 2 years, right? For the first almost 2 years. So it's very overwhelming. I had postpartum depression after I gave birth for I don't know, it lasted quite some time, like maybe
Months.
months, 6 months
Yeah.
or more, until I felt better again. But this time I have a plan. I have a very strategic plan after I give birth. I am going to literally submerge myself in cold water. I'm gonna go in the ice bath. Hopefully by then we'll have a sauna. I'm gonna go in the sauna and it's gonna be amazing. So I'm really excited about this postpartum. I'm actually looking forward to it because I feel like I know what I'm gonna do. You know, I didn't know anything in the beginning. And they give you like some classes that you take, like the hospital, you can take some classes, but still, I mean, you don't know until you're like they, like, put the baby on your chest, and then you're like, "Oh, fuck," like, "What the hell?" And then I'm, like, a freak, so I wanted to leave the hospital, like, ASAP. So we actually ended up leaving a little bit early, right? I think they let you stay, like, 3 nights or longer. And after the night I gave birth, I was like, "Yo, I wanna get out of here, like, let's go home." Um, so yeah, and this time, I think I don't wanna get an epidural. I feel like I can do it, and I'm really hoping to just, yeah, feel the pain and just do it. Um, I would really like a home birth, actually. I feel
Yeah.
like I have to do that once in my life. But if it's not this pregnancy, it'll be the next one. But I think no epidural is like a good start. It's like a good because you feel everything. Um, the epidural was great, thank God. Last time, you just your waist down, you're completely numb. But it is a really scary and it's so painful. I remember just like holding on to Ken's shoulders, like digging my nails in his back because this epidural goes right in your spine. And then the doctor was like, "Okay, I have to tell you like the side effects." Remember? And I was like, "Don't tell me, like just tell him." So he like knew all the side effects, which they are very crazy. I mean, that stuff is very serious. Um, and it's just crazy to, like, not have, like, control, and it took some time actually after I gave birth, right? A couple hours, if not the night, and then the next night, I, like, could finally, like, walk and feel my legs again. Um,
And that can't be good for you.
yeah, and it's just really scary because you're like, "Fuck," like, I don't know, when is it gonna come back? You don't know anything. So that's very scary. So I am really hoping, God blesses me with the strength to just not do an epidural. And yeah, I'm really excited. But the hospital time is my favorite time. Like, I'm really excited to just like go there and like, my water breaks and I'm on my way there and like boom, I just push and it's like amazing.
Bro, we can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so
I
excited.
was like, I was so ready for my with rodeo. I had my hair in buns. I had a full makeup on. I had lashes and I had oh my gosh, we have to get like that robe, remember? I think we still have that pink robe. Oh my gosh, maybe I should wear the same one. I mean, that has to be good luck. I think we have it, honey. We put it
We,
in
we had
Rodeo's
like
clothes.
it came with a pillow
It came with a pillow,
and a robe,
cover, and a
and
robe,
we had matching
and
nails.
it had a little bit of blood on the robe. I had to
Yeah,
wash
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Remember? Oh my god, I think we still have it.
Yeah.
Bruh. Okay, I'll wear that. And all the nurses, actually, I think it made their day because we were very colorful and excited.
Yeah.
And then I love my OB. Oh my gosh, my OB is just godsend. I love her so much. Actually, our landlord, right, when we lived in Encino, referred us to her, which was crazy how like people are put in your life and stuff. And so my OB is amazing. And then she came in like what was the last 10 minutes and just got the baby out, and that was it.
What a magical time. So how many babies do you want?
I think we will do 4 maybe.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're really out of breath.
Yeah. It's a lot of talking.
So what do you think about that? Like women can get pregnant when they're like 13, and then most women wait until like 40 and freeze their eggs and then get pregnant with 40.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
I think that is pretty crazy. But it must be like something like biologically where your body is like ready and your mind is somewhat ready. I feel like women have an instinct, no? Even as like a toddler, like they're very sweet. And you just like have this instinct to be a mom.
But why wait till 40?
Yeah.
And don't you think like it's when you naturally cannot make a baby anymore, and now we have like medicine stuff to push that? Is that really the way to do it?
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't seem very sorry guys. I'm so tired now. It doesn't seem very natural.
It seems like God almost wanted women to have pregnancies earlier. I mean, maybe 13 is a little
I
pushing
think,
it a little bit,
yeah,
but
it's
like
a little
maybe
young.
like 18 or in your 20s.
Yeah, I actually know someone in my high school that had like she had a baby when she was like 18, and then later they're like thriving because
Oh yeah.
she has like so much energy and she's still
Yeah.
young, and they hang out together and go to parties together. So that's really cool.
Man, and these days you see grandparents and you find out they are the parents and you're like, what the fuck are we doing? We're doing it all wrong. They're tired, they're frustrated, and they pass all of that stuff down to their baby.
Yeah, I do believe that. I mean, sadly, a lot of the parents that we see, they honestly look at us with like envy, and they're like,
They're
"What?"
like, whose nanny is this?
Yeah,
Yo, when Baby J goes to the school and picks up Rodeo, they're like, yo, somebody get this nanny out of here.
yeah. I think this one lady was like, "What? You're Rodeo's mom?" I was like, "What? Y'all?" Like, what? And they look at us really funky, like they want to
Man,
like
they judge
want to
us.
like I don't know, like
Punch us.
Yeah, I think they want to punch us.
Bro, and the dads, they got the N on the shoe, the belly stretching out the shirt. Their like eyes are blacked out underneath. Man, they don't get sleep.
Yeah.
Man. And then I think they throw the baby in the crib and call it a day. And sometimes you even have the nanny picking up the kids from the school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's intense. It is, I don't know. I feel like God really wanted us to be very
babies early
youthful.
on.
Yeah, and be young and full of energy. Because back in the days, it was like a village raising a kid. And
Yeah,
of
it
course, you
takes-
had like moms helping. And also the grandparents are much younger too. Everybody's younger when
Oh,
you get
yeah.
kids younger, right? Your mom is not that old.
Yeah.
Imagine you waited till you're 40, then your mom is like almost like fucking
80.
70.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's also crazy.
bro, how can she help you then?
Yeah.
When
I didn't
she's
think
like
of that.
70, 80.
Yeah,
Makes no sense.
That is very crazy. I did not think about
Or there's
that.
no grandparents at all. Right?
Yeah. That's insane.
So you would recommend young women to get pregnant or what?
I think 13 is very young, but like I don't know, like if you're ready and financially okay, I mean, yeah, in your 20s is pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. And we were talking about this on the way here that like I think a lot of the time or now society has really like telling women that they should be like independent and make their own money and not need no man. And so I think nowadays like women, first of all, they don't want to be with the man, and they don't want to have kids because they're like, no, like I'm very career driven and my career is more important. Um, of course, every woman has their own story and background on why, or some people can't. Um, but I think, yeah, having a family and having a baby is definitely the most special thing you can ever do, and more meaningful than any career and money or anything.
I mean, you made so much money now with OnlyFans. You have 10 million followers plus on TikTok.
12
How does that stack up to you being a mom?
Um, well, yeah, it doesn't compare at all. Being a mom is definitely on top. But I am very thankful for the platforms that we created before we became parents, to be able to give us the freedom of being with our son, 24 hours a day, and being able to raise him, and just spend that quality time with him. And yeah.
So it's the best thing.
Oh, it's the best thing for sure.
Do you feel like that's really your purpose?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Which is, and I didn't even think about it. I mean, I was just like
But like how
ready.
how?
I don't know.
I'm still like trying to wrap my head around that, because as a man you're like, you want to wait, but then you were just so driven.
I know.
And
I
you
was
don't make a
like,
lot of decisions. Sometimes
I
you're
know.
like, you don't want to, you can't even choose what you want to eat, but how
I
you
know.
were you so sure about like you want to get pregnant?
I know. It was very man, it was beyond me. It was like another force inside of me that was just like, do it. I mean, I was ready before we got married. When I first met you, I must have known you for like 2 months or 3 months, and I was like, let's do it. Which, I always think about this. Like, imagine that we did do it at that time. Um,
And we already had two then.
but once we got married, once we moved into our first house, I was like, yeah, like I'm so ready. Let's freaking do it. And I didn't think twice about it. We planned this, of course. We wanted this. But we really we didn't think about much. We didn't think about not having family here, not knowing like any nannies, or just we didn't know anything. We were just like,
Which is, I think, the best thing, because when you think about it too much, you
yeah.
might end up not doing a baby at all, because you're like, oh my God. You know?
Yeah, if you think, well, but then that's with everything. If you think about it too much, you don't end up doing it. Even with the puppy, we thought about it for 3 years already. The same amount of time we've been together, we thought about it, and Ken was like, no, 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 no. And then even me, sometimes I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, it's probably not a good idea. And then the first couple weeks of having Fiona, actually, I was like, shit, like, why did I do this? Like, I always make crazy decisions. Like, she was throwing up. I think she ate something, and she was like throwing up, and she was like swaying. It was really scary. And I can barely get up very quickly from the bed, so I'm not very sharp right now. And I'm like dizzy, and I was like, shit, like, what did I do? Like, this is so messed up, you know? But then, I realized that everything takes time to adjust, and everything is challenging, and it should be challenging. You should be putting challenges into your life, into yourself, and to not, also teaches you not to be so selfish, right? How do you feel now? Like in the mornings when it used to be just you, me and Rhoda are sleeping, you had your time alone in the morning, but now you have Fiona.
Well, I think I was ignorant and I was selfish. And it's nice to have like an animal around and
Yeah.
to be responsible, and like it's nice. I enjoy it. And like you said, like it's nice to challenge yourself, and it's nice to not always go in your comfort zone where you're like alone and you just want to be you and like always like profiting you. It's nice also to do something for my son, because he has so much fun with her. And sometimes it's just not about you. This
Yeah.
is, I think, what the best part about being parents is, that it's not about you anymore. Something else is now. You have a bigger meaning, a higher purpose. You're a family now. You have to provide. You have to be strong. You have to be a role model. You can't dance out of line. You can't be like so like thoughtless anymore. You need to think about your actions, and that's the best thing that can happen to you as a man, is having a family, because now you need to stand with your both feet on the ground and,
Yeah.
and hold your family down and be also as a mother, watching you going into this role as a mom is just the best thing that has ever happened to you. Because before you were just, sometimes you were gone, or you let your emotions take over, or you would just act up, and you were just so dramatic, and like you're so Latina and
Yeah.
like crazy when I met you. But now being a mom, you're so caring, you're so loving, and you're like so thoughtful, and like you really always choose the best for everyone.
Yeah, and
So much
especially
that I have to watch out for you
yeah.
because you don't think about yourself.
Yeah, and even now being pregnant, it's like very challenging. I have to really like take deep breaths and not react so quickly. I can't react because now, I have to take care of a baby that's inside of me growing. And so when I have Rodeo literally screaming at the top of his lungs in the car, I'm just like, okay. There's nothing I can do. Like you just have to like breathe it out. Um so yeah.
I really want to talk about the every time we get pregnant or this whole topic comes up to really leave LA behind,
Oh yeah.
the urine, the homelessness, the craziness of this town. It's really not really the best. I see that like the best place to raise a child, right? A family. And like you always like, what about your dream to have your
Oh my
own
gosh, I'm
farm?
sweating. Oh my god, look at this
I
sweat.
know, I see it.
Um,
Tell me about this romance of you on a farm.
I know. It's every time I'm pregnant, I get this like home feeling where like I want to go close to my mom. And not only that, but I want to like have a farm and just like space for the kids. And we have way more than enough space right now. I'm just like I think I mean more like safety. I think I'm very like cautious. I don't go out at night in LA, obviously. It's crazy here. But we were in Connecticut. It's a very nice town. And um
It's just-
we we were out at like 7 or 8. It was dark. It was dark. And we were like getting ice cream and the breeze was nice and it was like I just felt like safe. And like I don't feel that sometimes here. And I feel like I have to always like I'm like always like a hawk and I'm like watching every corner and I'm like holding my son close to me and I'm very like alert and on edge. And I didn't feel that there. And so I don't know, every time I'm pregnant, I feel like I really need to think about where I want to raise the kids. And like I don't know where we can go where I like don't feel like so tense all the time, you know?
it makes sense. But
And he didn't feel this, I guess, until now, right? He was always like, "I'm gonna die here in LA."
well, I always loved LA, but I do see that it's not the same anymore than it was like 7 years ago.
Yeah, and also I just found out that there's like this I think like a law that did you know that you cannot kick out homeless people? So like you pay like $3 million for your house, right? And there's like a homeless just like pooping in front of your house. Like they can't leave, like, and you can't force them to either. Like the homeless have like protection now.
Can't be evicted.
They can't be evicted and they can stay there. They can stay in front of businesses. And I'm just like tired of like smelling urine all the time.
Not only that, I think I saw also on TikTok that you can do steal like
Oh yeah, and then there was
under like 950
Mhm.
and it won't, there's no repercussion.
Yeah, there's no repercussion now for criminality. It seems like I think they just looted like a Saint Laurent store, like $400,000 of products, and they just left. And it's not like they're gonna find them or anything. So it's getting like really scary. It's a scary place. I mean, in general, the world is a very scary place now. I mean, Air One used to be my favorite store. I thought I could like, trust them. And now they apparently use the same ingredients that Chipotle uses, like this really dried up oil that's like they dry it in a way that it's like powder. And technically, if you think about it, like what restaurant is going to use like the best ingredients, like organic chicken from a farm, organic eggs, like just like good ingredients? Like that makes no sense because then they make no profit. right? The goal is to make as much money as possible. So what would make sense is to go the cheapest way and getting the ingredients, like, I don't know, getting your eggs at Smart and Final and shoving it in as many people's mouths as possible, which once you think about it, it sucks so much. And now that I think about it, like, there's no going back. So now I have to, as you guys could probably reverse to our first podcast where we said, like, cooking is for brokies. Now I have to cook. Now I'm cooking. I'm cooking like every day now. It's fucking nuts.
You mean cleaning the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm cleaning the kitchen a lot.
Because when you cook, you're not a chef. You're a kitchen cleaner.
I know, because it takes so fucking
Bro,
long to
the
like
kitchen
clean.
gets so dirty. What the fuck?
And it's just a fucking process. But like,
But everybody else poisons you.
Every
restaurant is using
yeah.
the cheapest shit ever.
And bro, it's so messed up because Air One charges like $20 per hot food, like $20,
Even like
and
80.
we pay a membership $100. I mean, we give them so much money. The least they could do is not lie to us about what's in the fucking food. Like, that's so fucked up. It's
They
just
don't
so
even
fucked
lie.
up.
They just don't tell you. It's not like they say what oil they used. It's just in the back.
Yeah, but it's just so messed up, bro. It's so messed up.
But they lie when they say, if it's here, it's good for you.
Yeah, which is just messed up. It's messed up. And like, you're not meant to do everything yourself. You know, you can't be everything. You can't be a fucking cook and fucking mom and creator and a fucking cleaner and just
And a
a
hot,
fucking
sexy wife.
hot, sexy wife and be a sex symbol and be an OnlyFans model and cook at home, organic, daily, salads, greens. Oh my God, like, what the F? So I feel like there's no support in the system anymore. We can't
The more
trust.
you look into it,
The more you look into it,
the more you want to live on a farm and have your own chicken, your own carrots, and grow
Yeah.
everything on your, because like they even spray the vegetables with shit.
Yeah.
Can't eat the berries, can't drink the water. I mean, what else is poisoned?
Yeah, it's very complicated once you look into it, and then you can't go back, and this
Yeah.
the water and the whole thing.
And then you get so frustrated, and then you put that frustration in your kid, and that's
Mhm.
why people should have kids earlier, because when you're naive and you don't look into things,
Then
you're just happy.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
good.
eat in and out, and you're like, fuck, that shit's yummy. That shit's really good, actually. Makes my
Yeah.
tummy hurt a little bit, but
Yeah, man.
Bro.
Man, life was good when we were eating
then you
Air
don't
One.
know shit
Yeah, I mean, we were eating Air One
every day.
every day.
Man. There's a reason why also I think restaurants, they put so much salt and like so much oil and all of that, because they
Yeah.
gotta get it down your throat somehow.
Yeah, man. And when your mom was here, man, we were complaining about her food.
Yeah.
And nutrition is everything. Like, honestly, sometimes, like, if we do end up eating out, I always feel bad afterwards.
Always.
And I'm not full. And it costs so much. I mean, just to eating us two, it's like $200. And you're not full. You don't know what the fuck you just put in your stomach.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have headaches and brain fog. It's a real thing. I don't know if other
Yeah.
people don't.
Food is medicine. The
Yeah.
more sensitive and more educated you get to that, the more you find out it's all about the money. It's all profit. Everything. So, but then also we can't go to a farm and just leave everything behind, because
Yeah, because, like,
it's gonna nag us.
podcast.
I mean, there's so much things to do and so much things to say, and it's also just hard to just turn your back on what's happening
Yeah.
right now. And,
And like we said, it's just hard to have it all.
it's hard to be it all.
It's hard to be it all, have it all. And so, really, you know, another challenge that life gives you is thinking about your priorities and how you can make everything one.
And that really
And-
changes when you become parents, because before you don't give a fuck about your
Oh,
health.
yeah, exactly.
You just
Before-
fucking smoke it up, drink the poison, eat the bugs,
Yeah.
and you don't care really. You don't get sleep. You just do whatever you want because you're like 20 and you don't have any responsibilities. Once you're a parent, now you gotta think what you put and like how you raise someone, no?
Yep.
And what you put, like what food you put on the plate for your son.
Exactly.
school he goes to.
And also that, I mean, I was just talking to a friend the other day, and he's very, very well educated man, and he told us that he used to like work or something in that system, and the kids' lunches, the school lunches, it costs them $2 to get the food that they feed every single kid in all of the public schools. $2. I mean, what the fuck could you possibly get for $2 fucking? Are you kidding me? That's like worse than McDonald's. And this is what the kids eat all day, and they spend all day at school. It's pretty much from 8. I mean, if your kid is big, they're there from like 8 to 5. I mean, it's all day. And there's, it's just nuts. It's just nuts. And so you have to be very specific. And it's just hard to control them and what they eat. I mean, I think they
Yeah, at
freaking
this point, you just can't put your kid in school.
I mean, yeah, and then
They,
that's another
they feed
thing.
it shit, they teach it shit. I mean, schools are literally one big propaganda machine just to separate parents and kids.
Yeah. And then you come back to it again, like, shit, I can't be a teacher now too. Like, fuck.
No, I gotta be a teacher, a kitchen cleaner,
A chef,
a
a
husband,
husband, a wife, a sexy mama,
pick up the dog
OnlyFans
shit.
model.
Don't forget the dog shit.
And then you gotta like stay in the now, you gotta stay up to it. Otherwise you get kicked.
Yeah. And then you gotta also shoot more TikToks.
Oh my god. And
Be funny.
be funny on TikTok, and then our YouTube, gotta get on YouTube. So yeah, it's definitely it's tough. It's tough. It's a full-time job. We have more freedom, yes, but also like there's always something to do, even at 8 at night or on the weekends. We work weekends too. Which is also really different than having like a 9 to 5, right? I think I talked about this last time, which is like after you leave the job, you're like you literally just like collapse on the bed and you don't think about anything. You don't even need to go on your phone because no one's texting you and you don't have social media and you have to post any stories. But then you're a slave. So
A bug.
yeah.
A bug eater. A sheep.
So it's a crazy, crazy times.
But we love the grind and we love
to grind. We love the hustle. We love
Yeah.
doing it. We love what we do. We're thankful that we have everything that we have now. And it's really exciting times. It's very challenging times, but that's why I believe we should all stand together.
But would you like rather
make a
not know,
difference.
or would you rather find out about all this dark shit?
Oh shit! I'd rather not know. I'm like, why did you tell me this? Yeah, it's really hard. Like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to pee soon. Yeah, I wish I didn't know, but
Yeah.
no, like I want to know, but it's hard now, I can't enjoy like a salad outside anymore.
No, you got this.
Yeah.
It's
No.
good to know. It's good to know. You want to know. Everybody want to know.
Yeah, no, and I just
You gotta protect
I
yourself.
have to make more money now so we can get a chef.
Yeah.
A chef and a cook and a kitchen cleaner. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You're pretty good at making breakfast though. And right now we actually have the chef cook, Mr. Julius. We have my brother-in-law, Ken's little brother, Julius here with us, and he's actually really good at cooking.
No,
And yeah,
no, he genuinely
he generally
cleaning the kitchen.
he enjoys cooking and he's so good at it. Like he's so patient and he'll get mad if there's like not an ingredient or like you're missing something.
Yeah.
I just don't have that. And he like really enjoys to do it.
Which made me think maybe you just need a team,
Yeah, and
You
then
need
this is
somebody
where it
that's good
comes
at
like
everything.
you need like a village. You need someone who like likes to cook and like someone who likes to play with the baby and like someone who likes to film, like that. You need a really good team and solid people around you to help you because one person cannot do it all.
That's why they try to divide us,
Yeah, and
separate us.
so that's why you need like a good team. And right now we're a pretty good team. Julius is very helpful.
And one more person can make a huge difference.
Yeah, and it's fun to have him around. It's at first it takes a little bit to adjust. Julius
It's challenging too.
is challenging too, but nobody's perfect and can be perfect. And Julius is coming from all the way Austria, Europe, and they are very different people, very special breed. I always say, but it's true. Everything is different there, attitude. And he's also, lived with your parents for a very long time, until 21 years. And we left earlier from the house, so that's also very different. And who you surround yourself is who you become. So I feel like he's very alike, like your parents, but that's only because he's been around them for so long. So, if he's like around us for maybe a year or two, I think he could really become like the best version of himself. And he doesn't know that yet, but he will soon.
Yeah, I think the reason why people are so lonely and so depressed is because you don't have a group of people holding you down and surrounding you.
Yeah, and because they're teaching us like you don't need anyone, you have to be alone, you are independent, like no woman, you don't need a man, or you don't need a woman, you don't need to get married, you don't need to have kids, just like hustle on your own, like don't tell anyone your secrets, don't work together. Like I want to have the most followers on my own, like I'm not going to collab with you. And it's a nasty system. You need a team, you need people, good people around you. Um and you need to let go of the ego and like the whole jealousy thing, and
Yeah.
two is always better than one.
No, and you can win together and you can make it so much bigger. If everybody fights for themselves, it's just such a hard fight
I
and so
know, like
unnecessary.
if I know all of this info, like why would you want to start all by yourself? Like, ugh.
No, and of
And
course,
just like self-awareness and just again the ego just being like, you know what? I don't know shit. Teach me. I'll do whatever you want. And then that's that. And then things just go in motion after
no,
that.
and maybe without the family and without you, I could have done so many more TikToks, so many more YouTube videos. But what for?
Yeah.
What is it all for? If not for your family, you know? That's what we all strive for, and
Yeah.
that's the end goal, kind of like you want to have a supportive system, you want to have a house full of life and love. And that's why the dog is great too. Just even more life in the house, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it sucks and it stinks and it
And
shits everywhere, but like there's
and
more
it's
life.
work, but when you wake up and
She
you
runs
see
around the cat and
the dog chasing the cat, and then my son chasing the cat and the dog, and everyone's running, and you're like, oh my god, like this is what life is. Like we're living, we're present. This is what it's all about. And for me, it was also very challenging at first because I have very much OCD. I'm very much of a clean freak, so I like things like super neat. Like I don't allow shoes in the house. Like everyone has to like have their hands washed, and just like I really hate messiness. So like the first couple days I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna have to have these pee pads everywhere around the house. And I'm just like, I was freaking out. I was like, shit, like fuck, I really fucked up. Like, why did I do this? Because I like to have things clean. And then we were like talking, and I was like, I was sitting on the toilet, and I'm like, what is the point of having like a very clean floor?
yeah, what's the point of that?
Yeah. And like, what's the point of like not having pee pads? Not like we even have anyone over. Like, who sees the fucking pee pads? Um, so yeah, then I came to the conclusion where like that's not what life is about. But that's what I mean. It really like things like really trigger you. Also for Julius right now, he's never had a dog. He's never had responsibilities. And so now we're like, okay, Julie, you gotta help us like walk the dog. You gotta take it outside. And so it's very challenging. He's like, what the fuck? Like, it's like nobody knows what to do. And it just like it triggers you when you have like responsibilities. It's really hard. Responsibilities are
Not
very
if you
hard.
listen to Andrew Tate.
Not if you listen to Andrew Tate, but Julius listens to Andrew Tate, and I don't think he really listens. So yeah.
That's what I think. Because since I listened to Andrew Tate, I understood as a man.
Shoot, I think I do have to use the bathroom. How long has it been?
48 minutes.
Okay.
Go use the bathroom. All right.
All right.
We're back.
We are back. Had a little potty break there. I have to use the bathroom like every 20 minutes. So it's very have like a cup in the car. It's very challenging. But okay, where were we?
I have some questions for you. Really interesting questions that I haven't asked you
Oh
in
god.
private. What do you think about Nina Actel,
Who's that?
Logan Paul's fiance?
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy.
Like, I want to hear your opinion about this shit.
Coming I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, you feel bad for her, or you think she deserves that shit?
I think
Or what do you think about Dylan Dennis?
boxing is a whole different thing, and I think it's entertainment, and they have to do this. Like Dylan and Logan have to go at each other. Otherwise, there's no fight, right? But damn, he is going in deep. He is going far. Let me tell you that much. Um, But also, I don't know, shit, I think I saw, like, a video where she has, like, pictures and videos with, like, 75 guys. That's fucking crazy. Which technically you don't know if, like, 75, like, you know,
We're inside of her.
were inside of her or they were just, like, a fling. But, I mean, I can't relate. It's very hard for me to relate coming from
Yeah, it's interesting out of a women's perspective, you know?
yeah. Um, it's hard to relate because I've only been with 2 people my whole life. But fuck, I mean, that's a lot of boyfriends. But she's like they say, like, she's like a supermodel, right?
Hmm.
And so you gotta do what you gotta do when you're a supermodel.
Do you?
I mean, no, but it's Hollywood, right? Whoever gets it sucked, you get the part. I don't know. They do say that about Hollywood though. But I
But
mean,
we're in Hollywood, and you have a body count.
yeah, of 2.
So why
Well,
why not more?
I'm not I guess I don't know, I'm not from Hollywood, but I am in Hollywood. Um I don't know, I had a very strict mom. Very Latina mom, she'll beat my ass. And also I was just like I was always scared of it. I was always scared of sex and like I like in my head I was always taught like if you have sex you die. So
What the hell?
so it was really not in my plans and I never
No,
thought
but
about
would
it.
you but would you wanna have like sex with 75 guys?
No. No, I don't think so. And I
Why?
because I think it's very intimate and I think you should do it with someone you really love and you're like gonna be with, you know? Like when I chose to when I met you, I've only had sex with one person. And that's why I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna have sex with you because 1, I knew that you would like fuck mad bitches, and then 2, like I don't know yet like if we're gonna be together forever." And once I knew, I was like, "Okay, I'm down." Because like this is it. And here we are. But I don't know, maybe some girls don't have that. And some girls like it. You say there's like hypersexual people that need to like
I know, but you can have hypersexual sex with one person.
yeah. But ow, my ear.
So if you were a guy, would you want to have sex with a girl that has had a body count over like 50 or 100?
I don't know. Nowadays, guys are like, yeah, I like that. I like the experience.
Yeah, maybe a fuckboy,
Which most
but not a
there's
real man. A real man is always gonna be attracted by like
yeah,
virginity
but
and
also like who like why do I have to tell you my body count? Because then you're gonna meet a girl and you're gonna like ask her, and like why
no, but
should
you
she
can
tell
tell,
you?
but you can tell.
Okay, I don't think
When
so.
I met you, I can tell that it can't be over 10. There's no, you're too innocent. You're too cute about it. You have no idea what cream pie means. I mean, you don't seem like a person that like gangbangs.
Yeah, I guess maybe you can tell, but I mean, I don't know.
Did you not see that video of her like saying that she needs like dick
Oh,
inside of
I
her?
did. I saw that this morning.
You think that's
Where does he
attractive?
get this?
This is just public. It's just online.
What? Where did he
She
find
just
it?
posted this on her page like years ago.
That's crazy. She looks very young too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, honey. This is very tough. I don't want the feminists coming after me.
I know, but don't you think like she needs like God in her life or
I don't know. Maybe she's having fun. Some people like it. Some people like it, but I also think at some point, you know, in her career, I mean, she probably has already made so much money. She's already considered is a supermodel. Um, I think maybe it's time to like maybe now it will happen with Logan. Maybe they have a family and they have kids. You know, everyone deserves a chance, and maybe this will be her chance. Maybe she regrets it too, and she was just trying to find the one. You know, which unfortunately,
but like exactly what you're saying right now. Isn't that what they should be doing instead of denying it? We were just talking about this yesterday. How beautiful would it be if Logan was like, okay, she was a hoe, but now I'm gonna wife her up and she's gonna be like the best mom and she did that, but she is a different person now. instead of saying, "Oh, these men wanted to take selfies with her." Like they
Oh
just
yeah, that was a little weird.
they denying everything when it's on hand and everybody knows. I feel like as a man, you have to own up,
Yeah, I think actually it would be cool too if she said something.
right?
It would be cool if she like
Why
made a
hide and
video
like
and was like, "Hey, like I was like 20 or 19 or
yeah,
whatever age. Um I didn't know what I was doing. I was really lost. Being a supermodel was fucking crazy.
yeah.
I had a lot of opportunities to meet a lot of handsome guys, and I couldn't control myself. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio. Um, and I was having fun, and maybe it helped her career a lot too with some of the guys she was with. But yeah, if she came out and said, you know, like I'm different now, I want to be a mom, I'm ready, and everyone deserves a chance, that would be cool, actually.
It's never too late
Yeah.
to see your mistakes and move on. And you don't even have to apologize. He doesn't have to apologize for this
Oh
shit.
no, yeah.
But stop lying about it. There's nothing worse than being unauthentic and being a liar and a denier, and then you can never be a good role model or move on. If they keep denying it, so Dylan just keeps posting more pictures, and he says he has some crazy ones. Some crazy
Yeah,
ones.
when is this fight? I'm excited.
I don't know, but it's gonna be, oh man, this shit is real.
I don't know, Dylan looks pretty buff. I don't know.
I know. Man.
He looks like really wide and like big. And he looks Latino. Is he Latino?
And he's just so real and raw, no? Like
Yeah, definitely.
I like
Compared
that.
to Logan,
Because
he's
he also
very
had
like
some
a real.
girls that were like not like body count too, you know? But he was like, yeah, that's why I'm not with them anymore.
Yeah.
He's not like, no, she didn't do that. No, she was actually innocent. She's a virgin. No, he was like, yeah, she was a hoe, but I'm not with her anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be cool, some sort of realization and what is it called?
And sometimes it's okay, you know. I was having sex with a lot of girls, but at some point I was like, enough of that. I want to have a family. I want to settle down, and I want to be monogamous now, you know?
Yeah.
It's not too late. But you need to own up to your mistakes, and you need to be.
Yeah, and you don't have to apologize for thinking, you know.
No.
I think
That's also like such a sus.
it's always you always
to
have a
do.
new day to grow up, to have different choices and make a different choice and change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. But like realize that like, okay, that's not right. I don't want to be that person, or I don't want to think like that, and then be someone else.
Exactly. So what do you think about Andrew Tate?
I really like Andrew because he's really real, and I think a lot of the things he says are real and the truth. And yeah, I like his attitude. And I don't know, to be honest, that's kind of like someone like I want to be with. Someone like that.
So you're saying he's sexy?
He's definitely sexy. He's very handsome, but also he's very like strong and he knows what he's doing. So you know, like, damn, like his wife is like gonna be good.
So you're attracted by a masculine man?
Yes, definitely. Which was very interesting with you because when I met you, you were very like fruity.
I know, but
So
only
I wasn't so sure if you were like super masculine,
I was only looking.
but you were only
fruity.
looking fruity. Other than that, you had a very strong character. So that was also like a fun mix and very like interesting. It's like very different than like a Taylor Holder where they're like really want to be masculine, like on the outside. They have to like do steroids to look on the outside, but like inside they're like broken. I don't know. I never like really liked those type of guys. Even in like school, like high school, I hated like the football players and stuff. It was always like, yeah, it's so funny.
What about Adam and Lena?
I don't know. No comment on this. Yeah.
I don't think he's not very like masculine and like very, it seems
He's a very different type.
he seems
He's like,
masculine, but
I
he
don't
lost
even
his
know.
mind with the whole like, I'm so cool, I let other, like I have an open relationship. It just creates so much problems, and like it's so complicated, especially when you have kids, to explain that. Or I don't know if that like is a thing, you know, or shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
Are you would consider yourself religious?
Yes. Yes, yeah, I guess so. I believe in God. I pray every night before bed, and I pray a lot. Mhm. Definitely.
And you don't have a problem with me having not a body count of 2?
No. No. No.
Why do you think it is different with women having a higher body count and men having a higher body count?
I don't know. I do think, like, a little bit that's, like, kinda weird and, like, messed up.
That it's not the same?
Yeah.
But you have to understand a woman contributing in this sexual act,
So, but why can you do it?
because I don't have 9 months and my whole life changed out of nowhere. It is a very small act for a man. A woman has to let somebody inside of you. A man just put something inside of someone. It's a 180, it's a completely different thing. You're receiving and a man is always like giving, and a man doesn't have to think about, I'm going to be pregnant for 9 months and I'm going to raise a child. He should, but he's not biologically.
Yeah.
That's why a man also, for making a child, you have to come, and a woman doesn't have to do that. So a woman has to be very
Specific.
and also, like, just biologically, she has to think a lot more about letting somebody inside of her than a man.
Yeah.
You have a lot to.
Oh, well, I mean, I've thought like this almost my whole life until
Yeah.
I met you.
Exactly. That's why you shouldn't let anyone inside of you.
Yeah.
And for a man, it's just different. It's just not the same.
Yeah. But I mean,
And
now
men and female are
a
just
lot
not.
of the things have just been accepted now in society, and which is why it's like normal, right? I mean, even me, I always thought like this, but then like coming here and like being in the industry, I was like, whoa, like, okay, maybe it's okay. You know, you like change your mind because you see it all the time. I mean, now it's everywhere. Every platform that you go on is basically like porn. And everything is just very like accepted, and if you don't accept it, then you're like a shamer, right? But I think everybody has different beliefs, I guess. And
But an independent woman is always a very lonely, sad woman.
yeah, I think that is very weird.
Almost all the time, when you see a very independent woman, she's very lonely.
Yeah, I think that's very weird. And I don't know, I think that's why maybe we do so good, because I accept that I'm independent in some ways, but like not all.
And you're not.
Like I'm very
You're the
dependent on
least
you.
submissive, though. I would not say you're submissive at all.
Yeah.
But you clearly know where you don't have a say or where you shouldn't have a say because you're emotionally driven.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
understand that you make emotional decisions,
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm too emotional, like I can't make this decision.
and you'll let me make the
And
decision.
yeah.
And you're not like, no, I'm the woman, I have to make every decision for the household.
Yeah, and like this is something that like triggers my mom a lot because she
Oh.
sees that a lot in us. And like I trust my husband. I trust his decisions and how he thinks, and that's why I'm with him. That's why I picked him. And I think it's like, I don't know, it's okay. For me, it's okay. I'm not like, I'm gonna have 2 kids now. I have to I have different priorities. I do not have to make all the decisions. I do not have to be like a fucking boss all the time. I don't need to like do this. Otherwise, like what's the point? And that's why it's so hard for people to be together. I mean, even these celebrities, right? They have it all. They're bosses, they're fucking billionaires. So when they get together with a guy, they're like, "Well, I don't really need you. I don't want you. Like why there's no point. There's no point." So, I think a lot of the women nowadays are being taught that they have to like be it all on their own.
No, and then you end up alone because if you don't need somebody, then
Then
you're not with them in the
yeah.
first place. So I think independence is toxic, and like you're doing it all wrong, because like I love that for some things you just need me.
Yeah.
And I accept that you need me, and I think it's good that you need me, and I don't want you to not need me. I like when I drive you around.
Yeah.
I like when you need me for protection. I like when you're like feel safer when I'm around.
Yeah.
You shouldn't feel so safe like and be it all, because that's not your role. I
Yeah.
think we just have a very clear understanding of our role, and that makes it just so much more harmony in the home,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Definitely.
Because we can't be both tough and both strong. And you have so many women have so many beautiful things that a man can never do if she's not trying to be a man.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think that's why it works so well.
Well, I do want to say one last thing. I'm very proud of you for just being so consistent on your podcast. You have been really killing it. I mean, you've been doing you have another podcast later today. Um, yeah, and you're just so consistent, and I'm so proud of you, and you're having so much fun, and I'm so happy that we did this. You did this. This was your idea. Um, I've been kind of sad because I haven't joined you on most of them, they look so good. Um, yeah, sometimes I have to text Saeed. I'm like, "Yo, are y'all wrapping up?" Because you take 3 hours. I'm like, "Damn." I feel like my husband goes to work now. But no, it's been so great, and people are loving it, and this is just the beginning. And yeah, you're doing such a great job.
Well, you're doing the hardest job of all of us, carrying this little baby. I mean, nobody could ever give me what you give me,
Yeah,
and I'm just so happy, so blessed.
yeah,
No, thanks for being on today. I hope we can have you a lot more back, as much as it allows you.
yeah. I'll be back soon, you
Yeah, you bring
guys.
like a cool vibe sometimes, especially with a guest too.
Yeah,
Because
I know. I was really sad to miss Callie Canine, me. But we'll see him again soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all we have for you guys
Yeah, and I think
today.
next time we're probably gonna reveal the gender on the pod.
Oh yeah.
So you better give this a 5-star rating.
Give this a 5-star rating. Oh, they can't comment, right?
No.
Oh, that
Well, on
sucks.
YouTube they can.
On YouTube, you guys can comment.
Yeah.
Your
Let us know
guesses.
if you want Baby G back more.
Boy or
and
girl.
Boy or girl.
If you want me on the
Or
pod more.
is it gonna decide its own gender? Fuck, I'm gonna be an elephant. What if you have an elephant in your stomach?
Oh my god.
What if it identifies as them, but it's not twins, it's just them?
Please stop. So yeah. And we have a lot of other crazy stories. There's a lot of stuff we haven't revealed yet about. Yeah.
What do you think about having Julius on?
Yeah. Maybe we do soon.
It's a nice memory, kind of too. We should have Candy Ken's brother on, maybe.
Oh my god, that will be very interesting.
Yeah.
But we have to be real with him. Fuck him up.
He'll be the first one to get up and walk out.
Okay, well.
All right, everybody.
That's a wrap.
We love you guys.
We love you guys
we'll
so
see
much.
You soon.
See you soon.